Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of Fata Morgana, and we're going dive into the backstory of Michelle and see how her conversations with Amy are going, because she's kind of therapeutic for her right now, so let's see how this will go. Because apparently she visited her like every now and then, right? Yeah, frequently visited my chambers. I didn't know if it was at mother request or of her own volition, but I prayed it was the latter. She was a very touchy-feely person. She seems to have a particular fondness for playing with my hair. Whenever her voice danced its way into my ears, it would wreak havoc inside me. Being enveloped in her scent day after day stoked the fire growing within me. I did my best to remain as straight-faced as possible, because the last thing I wanted was her catching on. I understood that the things I was feeling were untoward, to say at least. Her is so utterly enchanting. I've never seen her so white before. I think having color is much prettier. Oh? Well, Jorah says white is the most difficult color to make with paint. There's no greater challenge than capturing the beauty of a true white. Living with such a splendid example of the color must have given him a very high standard of quality. Say, Michelle, maybe you could tell me about yourself today. I would love to get to know you better, okay? Is she going to talk to her like she wanted to be a knight, or Didier to change the order and everything? Tell you about myself. Yeah, we could become even better friends if we found some mutual interests. I enjoy playing chess, and I consider myself quite good. Oh my, chess! Never played. Yeah, because apparently you wasn't supposed to, it seems. You're such a bright girl, Michelle. Would you like to try? I could teach you. I appreciate the offer, but I think I will pass. I doubt I would be any good. Oh, okay. And this is the difference, I think, we see here between Michelle and Amy. Like, Michelle is like getting out of her shell, like not doing like what she's like being said to do, like you are not supposed to play chess and stuff like this, right? And Amy is more like a traditional back in the day, you know, like she never played chess and she's like, yeah, I'm not going to be good at this, I'm not going to play because what's the point, and I'm not supposed to anyway, something like that, you know? That's like the difference between the two of them, I think. Like, Michelle is like getting outside of the times and like outside of everything, and Amy is like more like traditionalist, I would say, right? Of the times. What else is there? Say your favorite kind of flower, fragrance, color of gemstone. Are there any embroidery patterns you're particularly skilled at? I don't have any favorites now. And I'm not especially good with a new leader. No? Do you have shaky hands then? I wouldn't say that now. I'm fairly good with a knife, I think. Knife? Oh, like a kitchen knife. No, a sculpting knife. Sculpting? Is that really so strange? Yeah, so she's like more like an artist. Yeah. No wonder Amy is surprised. Like, Michelle is not your typical girl from the times back then. Huh, this is a bit unusual, I'd say. But George does it all the time. His room is practically made of wood chips and charcoal and paint. George is an artist. And a man, yeah, see. There's nothing unusual about him doing some sculpting. Why is it okay for him but not for me? Why does being a girl really make that much of a difference? See, she's like questioning here everything, and Amy is like George is like, it's basically the same principle that Amy just said it before in the previous conversation, actually, like what she thinks about this, like, this is how the world is, basically, that's her mindset here. That's how she's been taught. Well, why don't we practice embroidery together, Michelle? I get the feeling you spent too much time with your brothers. But now you have me. I'm sure it won't take long before you appreciate how much fun cooking and needlework can be. She sounds like mother. And she gives the same reason too. Because I'm a girl. But that's not an explanation. It's vaguely generalization. That said, if I agree, I can spend more time with her. Okay. Wonderful. We will come up with beautiful designs together. Will. And when you've made something you're proud of, you can give it to a boy who catches your eye. Or if you prefer, you could give it to your father or brother. I would like Georges to have what I make though. Oh, I've been wondering. Did you and Georges meet the royal court? Oh heavens, no. Never been to the court. One day my father told me I was getting married. Yeah, that's also the sign of times. Just arranged me marriages. And next day, it was when we first met. It's happened that quickly. What are you worried about me? What are you worried about me, Michelle? Yeah, don't worry. I'm not displeased with that arrangement. In fact, I'm quite happy with it. Aristocratic marriages are almost always sudden. And as the woman, you get used to be peace in their games. Oh my god. Amy is such a like... Yeah, okay, I'm not going to talk about this because I talked about this like every fucking second, right? But Georges is different. He's a gentleman. A gentleman, him? You sound surprised. I believe head on knees suits him better. Oh, I quite disagree. I have complete faith he will do good by me. I couldn't fathom where she found such confidence in him. Especially a man who had only just met. She had only just met. How could she trust him at all? She was nothing but pawn, and she knew it. So why she was simply putting on an act? I had trouble believing her smile was anything but genuine though. One day you will meet the right man for you, Michelle. And he won't be drunk like the guy from the Iliad. He'll be kind, hard-working, respectable man. I would rather not find anyone. Ah, I suppose it's still too soon for you, huh? Yeah. How old are you, Michelle? 14? Oh wow, I assumed you were younger. Do I really look that young? Eh, no hard feelings. You're just like a tiny little doll, so small and slender. And look, not one bit of meat up here at all. Okay. Poking fun of the chest. She playfully grabbed me from behind. I started prodding at my chest. As her delicate fingers slid across my skin, I found myself gripped by the very indecent urges. Every heavy thump of my heart felt sinful. She couldn't know I couldn't let her. Everything I had been fighting to keep down came hurtling to the surface. You're so cold, you know that? She was touching me like it was nothing, caressing my hair. Was she this intimate with Georges? Or was it because I was a younger girl that she was so keen to putting her hands all over me? Before I understood what I was feeling, my body acted. It was pure, unfiltered impulse. Oh? My attempt to escape from her grip, I twisted around and only found my face inches from Amy's. Slowly gravitating closer, I pressed my lip against the corner of her mouth. Oh, wow. She took initiative here. What's the reactions here going to be? I think like I see now why Amy might be angry at Michelle. I don't know why like Michelle feels betrayed, because Amy is like extreme like traditionalist and stuff, you know. She's basically the typical woman of that time, right? And Michelle is out of the box. And this is like totally different paths that they walked in. These are like polar opposites. So yeah, Amy is not going to appreciate it, I think. Amy sat there, flabbergasted. I was equally aghast. I'm sorry. As I frantically put some distance between us, I'm sure my face was red as an apple, though I didn't know it at the time. Well, that was like certainly unexpected. I'm sorry, did I make you uncomfortable touching you so much? Amy was smiling, though it looked forced. Yeah. She's like trying to put an act right now. No, not at all. Then I must have startled you. I'm sorry if I let you go sooner. We would have avoided this accident. Yeah, she still don't want to believe like this is actually happening. What do you mean, accident? Yeah, that was not an accident. Ecky's on the leap as... It was an accident. It wasn't, Amy. I seem to have confused you somehow, Michelle. What? I know I can be very touchy-feely with you. And you took that to mean you should do the same. No. Yeah, she's... Wow, what a conversation. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so frustrated right now. From like... better words to choose. Oh. Poor Michelle, god damn it. You can't do that again, alright? If you want to kiss your friends, do it on the cheek. Save the lips for the man you love. I should get going then. George starts getting cranky if I don't give him enough attention. Hold on, Amy. So long, Michelle. She wouldn't hear me out. Once Amy had fled my chambers, that was when I finally comprehend my own emotions. She had stolen my heart, yeah, but Amy was George's fiancée, and that wasn't the problem. My body, was not meant for her love. So, is that why George... not George's, Michelle later, the Michelle that we know now, acts as the man because she wanted to be recognized as the man by Amy in specifically? Something like that? I awoke in the middle of the night to pain in my joints. Not enough exercise, I guess. I tried bending and stretching my arms and legs, but it did nothing. So after pondering on it for a bit, I decided to go for a late night walk to distract myself. Okay. She's bound to see something. What is she going to see? What is this place? A lake? No, this is like... a field where the like horses would be on or something, I guess, because there's a fence. Maybe. As I approached the corridor adjacent to the courtyard, I heard a woman's voice. Okay, Amy. I'm still concerned about staying here. Amy's voice. Doing my best to remain quietly, I pressed myself up against the wall by the window, listening to their conversation. Oh no, Amy is going to talk something about Michelle. Oh no, it's going to break her heart. Oh no. I knew it was improper to eavesdrop, but the sound of her voice had me frozen in place. It's Michelle. I'm afraid I've confused her. A tiny jolt ran down my spine, my muscles all tensing up at once. The sound of my name rising to her lips, but not in the way I would have liked. She kissed me. Well, almost, but how could I have guessed she thought of me that way? Mother told me she didn't have any female friends, and asked me to be one for her, which is why... So she had only been coming to see me because Mother had asked her to. Okay. That's one thing, that's a very bad discovery here. Great. I've been afraid of that. Afraid that she wasn't there to be with me. That she had no fondness for me. That my yearning for her was one-sided. Yep. She kind of scares me, the way she looks at me. Always watching every little move I make. I'm sensitive to that sort of thing. I can tell what's going through Michelle's mind. I managed to deflect it at this time, but I should have never get friendly with her. She had seen from me from day one. Understood what I was feeling before even I had. It's disgusting. Homosexuality. Homosexuality. So they knew the concept back in the day. I felt like it was like totally like unknown thing for them. Did they knew even the word for that? Okay. I have no idea that they knew that. I felt like it was like unheard of like thing and they just like blamed it on the curse or something back in the day. Did they just do this like did they mess on this just for the like story, like for the story, or that was actually new, like new word, known word basically back in the day? Any of you knows about that? I have no idea. Did I hear her right? Something inside me crumbled, and with it came an intense surge of wrongliness. There it was again, the overpowering discomfort, that fear coursing through my veins, that repulsion, that irritation, that apprehension. What on earth was I? Did I view Amy as a member of the same sex? Were the things I felt homosexual? I heard Amy sigh from beyond the window. Then the man beside her, who she was confining all this in, replied, "She's still just a child." Okay, she's talking to some random guy. It's not Georges. Who the hell is this? That voice. And one with undeveloped social skills besides. Understand that she's going to do and say more inappropriate things. It's not uncommon for a child to make mistake admiration for love. And I didn't know this until recently, that when she gets something into her head, she has a tendency to run with it without thinking. Was that not the man I had assumed it was? Oh, that's the Didier, okay. The other day she asked me to let her be a knight. I can't imagine she thought that would end any other day. Why? It's not very often there are women other than mother at the estate. I imagine she simply got nervous being around you, and something got mixed up in her head. Why was Didier out there with her? Is she cheating on Georges? I hope that's all it was. Amy, hadn't you told me you thought Georges was a gentleman? So what were you doing? Getting so friendly with Didier? I mean, there's like no problem with getting friendly with like brother of your husband, basically, right? The thing is, like, I feel like she's like actually cheating with like on Georges with Didier right now. Maybe not right now, but like in general, because right now they're just looking. But oh my god, what the hell is happening? And Didier, weren't you my ally? Or was that all an act like her? You are going to be a knight, so why were you out here with your brother's fiancé? I'm glad to have you here, so I hope you can figure something out to make it work. I'll do what I can, but I'm kind of reluctant to say this to you. But something has to change. As it is, she kind of grosses me out. This is so fucked up. I hate this. She grosses me out. So what? I was some kind of sick, disgusting creature? All I had done was show feelings for her. I couldn't be Georges. I couldn't be Georges or Didier. The needles piercing me expanded, both in size and number. Soon I was being squared by the dozens of them. And the heated sights, rising from the courtyard, only served to make the pain worse. All I could do was cover my ears and run. This is so fucked up. Not only Amy is like finding Michelle disgusting, she also is cheating on Georges and lying to everyone around. What the hell? at least like I just accuse her for cheating. It might not be it. Like, she's just friendly with Didier and they just talked about this. But on the other hand, she could talk about this with Georges. So why choose Didier? That's why I think like she might be cheating on Georges here. Is like Michelle going to take a revenge or Amy or something? Like, I saw you with Didier and that's going to like break the marriage of Georges and her, and like everything will just go down to shit basically, and everything will be blamed on Michelle. Huh. I hate this. Why? What are you doing out there, Didier? How am I gross, Amy? It's not real. It's all a bunch of lies. This entire house is nothing but a fraud. None of it was even real. The family gatherings, Amy's smiles, Didier kindness, Georges. What about Georges? Did he agree to marriage knowing about them? What the hell are they thinking? Oh. I didn't thought about this. Maybe Georges knew that Amy is going out with Didier, and because that was just the forced marriage, basically they got together anyway, but Amy is not technically cheating on Georges because Georges doesn't really want to be with Amy maybe, and he just allows her to just go and just be with Didier, something like that. What is happening in this like bullying girls family? What kind of situation is that? I hate this. God damn it. The times. What the hell are they thinking? You want to know who's really disgusting? God damn it. I will not cry. I will not cry. I can't let myself. Girls cry. Tears are for girls, not for me. Yeah, okay. I bit down hard on my lip, wrapped myself in my sheets and pressed my hands hard over my ears. Squeezed my eyes shut as tight as I could manage. Tried to get away from the things I had seen. Images of them embarrassing in the night threatened to float back to the surface, but I shook my head, casting them off. Praying I wouldn't have nightmares, I drifted off to sleep. So I think this is the moment. Like, I think she didn't said before that like cry is for like, yeah, before we said that I don't want to cry, I cannot cry, but now she specifically said that girls cry, tears are for girls, not for me. So this is clear indication here that she does not actually, because it could be like two things, right? It could be like she accepted that she's a girl, right? Like herself as the woman, and just like she likes Amy, but seems like she discarded herself as the woman at all, and thinks of herself as the man at this point, basically. So it's going in this direction, because it could be like this or this, right? One of the two things. While both being perfectly like normal to like, you know, like Amy as the girl or as the guy. So yeah, it just went into the second option. Okay, so she probably starts like right now, like she's going to stop acting as the girl at all. Like she's going to tell mother that she's not going to do like any of the shit that girls is doing, and like she's going to pick up a sword or something, you know? And maybe they will think like, hey, she's possessed or something. Something like that, you know? Because that's going to be a drastic change for them. If like she's like suddenly going to start acting as the guy. Because so far she's been acting like Michelle been acting as the girl so far. So it might end. It may end, actually. I should call Michelle he from this point on, I think. Probably. Maybe? The next day, I awoke with a terrible fever. I hovered in a sweltering wave of heat, unable to tell dream and reality apart, listening to a seemingly endless stream of crackling noises. The sounds were coming from inside my body. I thought I was falling apart. Okay, so mother was horribly worried. I had never been the most healthy child, but I had never fallen this ill either. I couldn't get out of bed. My voice was raspy, like an old woman's. I was genuinely afraid I would wither away and die. Mother called in the doctor after doctor to see me, but they all said it was the flu. Yeah, so basically she's like going for like emotional, like... I don't know, like... yeah, emotional thing, basically. I don't know what I want to say. I wanted to say damage, but that would be a meme. So yeah, I don't want to meme right now. That bodily pain was common with fever. While there was a doctor in the house, mother was able to remain relatively calm. But once they were gone, the anxiety came back. She stayed with me, day and night, even before going to sleep. Her hands gripped mine. They held me fast. She had her head bowed, as if in prayer. Don't worry, it will be alright, Michelle. God is watching over you. He will protect you. You are his child. You are his angel sent to earth. He will not forsake you. The doctor says it's just the flu. Though her words seems to be directed at me, there was a vacantness in her voice, as if they were really for herself. For so long, she had wanted a daughter. I couldn't stand her fixation. But seeing her here from my cloudy eyes, I wanted to apologize for even thinking spending time with her was agonizing. Yeah, I think like the word I was searching for was like, right now, like her old self is like breaking down in her, and like a new herself is forming, basically. Like if we make some poetry out of this, I guess. And when she figures everything out, the flu will go away, and she will be like reborn, basically, right? And be someone else. Like Michelle always wanted to. How are you feeling? Your mother's here for you, don't worry. But the only sound that came from my mouth was a faint gasp. I drifted in and out of sleep, mother hand wrapped around my own, and I had numerous dreams. In my dreams I was a man. In my dreams I was Didier and I was Georges. In my dreams I fell in love with Amy. In my dreams I loved her. You're disgusting. But with one word the dreams twisted into nightmares. My body was torn into fleshy chunks, and I sank into darkness. Oh. Ah. Huh? Several days later my fever was gone. Like it had never been there. Yeah, okay. Let's see how much of his, I guess, personality changed. However, it's not like Michelle is going to call herself, I am the son of the family. I don't think it's going to be that sudden. I think like she's like Michelle is going to go with like just disagreeing with stuff and everything, and later like it will like happen that I'm your son, basically. Anyway, let's see. I wonder how they will handle this topic. What the? My voice did not recover. And when I attempted to climb from my bed, the murderous pain in my joints came rushing back. Instead of my feet, I landed on my face. Okay. So the voice changed. My voice was unbelievably deep. Interesting. The voice changed. Okay. And the pain only got worse. Every time I took a breath, it felt like someone hammering a spike into the back of my neck. I felt like my body was falling apart. My dreams were becoming reality. Michelle. My mother scrambled to my chambers. I remember the time she had spent at my bedside, and a wave of relief came over me. I reached my hands out in a show of vulnerability, but she didn't take it. She couldn't take it. Mother? What? What's wrong with your voice, Michelle? Yeah. Is it possible to have like sudden voice change? Oh wait! Oh, did she just had like mutation in the voice? Like did like voice just changed or something? Like teens? From like kid voice to the adult voice? So that's how she would normally talk. Even if Michelle would still think of himself as the daughter, it still would be the same voice. It's just, I guess, convenient for Michelle right now to have a change in the voice, because this will like lay a ground founding to Michelle believe that like his body changed, basically. I think, right? But at the same time, it's going to be a shock for like her parents. It's like the voice suddenly changed, and like her voice suddenly changed, and she's not like acting like my daughter anymore, and like what's going on? And they will think like she's possessed or something. Basically, that's my assumption for this. I see you're still not feeling well, are you, Michelle? I look over restrained fear on her face. Mother stepped towards me, placing her hand to my forehead. Her palm felt hot against my skin. You don't have a fever, but I hurt all over my joints. You're still sick, Michelle, but don't worry, you'll be fine in no time. Now back to bed with you. You're a girl, so you shouldn't be sitting on the floor. It's bad for your back. As Mother repeated the phrase, you're a girl, again and again, that nagging sense that something wasn't quite right grew more distinct. Was I really sick? Was this actually my voice now? And if it was, well, what was I turning into? My voice was certainly not a girl's voice. So basically, physically, she's just a girl with a bit deeper voice. It's like normal thing. My voice never went back to normal though. So Mother ordered me to remain in my room. I hadn't recovered yet, and so long as I was sick, I couldn't be let out. Oh my god! Did your mother like literally like had you imprisoned just because of your voice? Are you fucking serious? Oh wow. Again, something felt wrong about her calling it a sickness, but I had no evidence on the contrary. I had no way of knowing I wouldn't get others sick if I exposed them, as she claimed, so I had no choice to do as she said. In time, Mother too stopped visiting me, and the only people I saw were servants. They did their job, but refused to look me in the eye. No one else came to see me though. Not Amy, Didier or Georges. 1 month passed, then 2, then 3. This is so fucked up. I hate this. Oh my god. I'm so annoyed right now. Oh. I'm so annoyed. Not even your brothers came here? Oh my god. I guess we should, yeah. We don't like her family. We don't like Michelle family, yep. Bollingers are asses. Occasionally, the pain in my joints would withdraw. At the other times, it would worsen. I don't know why her joints hurt though. Can someone explain this to me? Like, it might be just some like actual medical thing, but maybe there's something I don't understand. Why we focus on the pain in the joints? I don't understand this one. Is it just because, like, yeah, she was like lying in one place because she was in the bed and like her joints actually hurt just because of that? Like she's just like in one place and like not having like a lot of exercise and stuff, like she said. Anyway. Also, it's like for this whole door, we called Michelle she, that it's like kind of difficult for me to swap back basically to the original Michelle that we know and call Michelle he. So I will be talking like he or she in like both for now because I'm confused. I guess like I see the because I see the sprite. Like, I see the sprite of the Michelle from the mansion, and I think of, like, him as the guy, and I see this girl, and I think, like, her as the she, basically. I think it's just because of my visualization of the images I see on the screen. Because it confuses me. Whenever I would drift off to sleep, I would hear the sound of my own joints creaking. I would dream of the woman standing in the courtyard, her soft chestnut hair fluttering in the wind as she twirled to face me, a smile on her face and her breasts exposed. One day, after around 6 months of servants refused to make eye contact, I stopped one and made a request. And I will leave this request for another episode. I feel like this kind of... Yeah, we are going to end here. Yeah. So Michelle is clearly getting through the change. She understood herself. The flu was just the, like, I guess, organism reacting to her psychological trauma and psychological changes that happened in her. And yeah. What's the request is going to be? I think like meeting with Amy, maybe. Maybe she wants to talk with her actually. Maybe she wants to go outside. I don't know. I know it's a cliffhanger also for me. Yeah. I know. Okay. Yeah. I'll leave it for the next episode. I feel like it's going to be a very important scene. So yeah. That's it for this episode. Thank you everyone for being with me. I'm like really interesting how this will end when they start thinking this is the curse. I think like they already thinking this is the curse because no one is visiting her basically and only servants came in. So I think it's already stated by her family that she's cursed or something, you know? That's so fucked up. I'm so angry at Bollingers. I'm so damn angry. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you everyone for being with me. Leave up a like if you liked the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord and become a member if you would like to support me and see this episode earlier. Thank you once again, and I will see you in the next one. So for now, Pocket Watch, looking out.